Okay, so that's rolling. Let's go over here and take a seat. Alright, so it is July 6th at, what is it, 4:03 p.m. Just sitting here. I'm uploading this thing to YouTube. As part of my job. I work in social media for, I guess, music. Like music, I'm a social media strategist for music, which is not necessarily what I want to do, but and I always said when I was done working, previously I worked for this TikToker back in Utah, and I was like, I'm not gonna work in social media anymore after this, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make money and all that, which is annoying, but it is better than what I had been doing. I'm tweaking a little bit right now. I've had a lot of caffeine, and then the chain smoking, which is not great for my health, but it's just an era I think I'm in. I'm in my chain smoking era since being back in LA. So it's weird because it's almost been 2 years since I moved to LA. I moved to LA August of 23. But then, there's the whole situation where, after a year of being here, I had to move home for like 6 months. I had my Dark Night of the Soul. If you're, I've been reading this book right here, this Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey, Hero with a Thousand Faces, and so I've been trying to view things, maybe trying to reconstruct my narrative in that light, and so if I view it through that, maybe it's not so bad. It's part of my arc, because when I first moved to LA, I was like, I don't know if I like it here. It's just expensive, and I don't know what I'm doing. And then being back home in Utah and really made me realize that, like, no, I shouldn't be in Utah. Especially should not be in my dad's basement. So yeah, I don't know. It's odd. I thought my return would be more triumphant, and I would but things don't really go as planned usually, especially certain things, which I won't really get into, but needless to say, it's I'm still struggling a bit, but it's definitely better. I'm making progress. I need to, I have been doing some stand-up open mics. Been having some ideas that I really need to follow through on, as far as writing and trying to progress my career outside of, I don't want to work in social media. I don't know, I've spent most of the day today on the patio. I found this, I guess this kind of kitchen butcher's block thing, on wheels, and I've been sanding it down. I'm gonna put some put some stain on it, and then also some varnish. See how it looks. I've been I got this electric guitar on Facebook Marketplace. It's a Yamaha EG112C. just like a Strat dupe from the late 80s, early 90s. I was never really played a lot of electric because I just had acoustics. Just been just trying to work on, it's classic. I learned that's classic Say It Ain't So from Weezer, which is one of the first songs I learned when I figured out how to do bar chords. This. Just never got around to figuring out the solo of it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to there's this liquor store on Sunset. I live in Silver Lake on Maltman, which is just if you're on Sunset, you go past the Silver Lake Junction a little bit, and then you can turn. If you're going east, you turn right onto Maltman up this hill, and I'm right there. So I'm gonna walk down. I also don't have a car. That's been an issue that I've been dealing with. I'll go down there. I'm gonna see if they have a brush, because I don't know if you can see, but I'm just covered in sawdust. But I want to brush off all the sawdust before I apply any varnish to it. I'm gonna go do that. What are other updates? All my hair is falling out because basically I lost 40 pounds in 3 months because of I got on an Adderall prescription, which, if in context of the hero's journey, that is really what took me out of the dark night of the soul, perhaps. A lot of things happened all at once, but that definitely was one of them, was getting an Adderall prescription, and really things kind of fell into place after that. So maybe the Adderall was the meeting with the goddess, perhaps. That's dumb. But anyways, so that's that update. I'm going to try and be uploading these more frequently. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, bye.